Welcome to this special edition of the Casual Shooters Podcast, your premier podcast for the casual shooter. Now, this special edition is all about the PrairieFire Beyond, not behind, Beyond the Berm Ultimate Gunslinger Challenge. Now, let me give you a little backdrop. So I was at a ramen restaurant with Joon Kim, who has now ruined me for any other ramen restaurant in the United States of America. And we were talking about PrairieFire because I had just driven an hour from there to meet up with Joon to have dinner this Friday night. And I was telling him about the Ultimate Gunslinger Challenge and how PrairieFire was giving away 6 Staccato pistols. Well, I might as well have said, hey, Joon, there's going to be 6 gold bars out there on the range. You should come get one, because you can see the twinkle in his eye. And the motor started running. And he's like, what? Kind of perked up, started asking me questions. So I told him what I knew. The first day of the competition was Sunday. So it was Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Sunday, Casey Eusebio and Adam LaRoche of Major League Baseball fame, they won that competition. So what does Joon do? Joon goes out, recruits some ringers, comes in on Monday, wipes up, comes back on Thursday, wipes up. Next thing you know, Joon's walking away with a couple staccatos, and his buddies have a staccato too. So with that, here's who we've got coming in. We've got AJ Anthony, Joon Kim, and Ken Yang, all your newest staccato owners. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How
Doing good, man.
Good. How are you, Dave?
Good. All right. So AJ and Ken have not been on here before. Joon has. So what I want to start with AJ. Go ahead and take a moment and introduce yourself. And then Ken, I want you to do the same thing.
My name's AJ Anthony. Primarily, I'm a 3-gun shooter. I'm fairly new to the shooting community in the game. I've only been shooting competitions for like about 4.5 years now. I've been shooting guns for about 5.5 years. And 3-gun's the main thing that I got into and started loving, and have been traveling around doing national matches and stuff pretty recently as of last year. And then do USPSA on the side too. It's good training for pistol. For 3-gun specifically is how I think about it. So it's a lot of fun.
If anybody watches the video, there's a whole bunch of hardware on a shelf behind him. I don't know if I believe him that he's only been shooting for 4 to 4.5 years. Go ahead, Ken.
I'm Ken. I mostly shoot USPSA in open division, but I have been messing around a little bit with limited optics and carry optics in the past few months, and having a lot of fun with that. But yeah, been shooting for past 5 years or so more seriously, but I did do a couple of matches back in college, back around like 2013 is when I originally started.
Okay. Were you always an open, or what was your first division?
Production, like anybody with a Glock.
Like everybody.
In,
Okay.
2013. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. But when I came back, I just went full bore, went full open, just committed. And yeah, haven't looked back. It's still
That's the way to
probably
go.
the most fun division. Yeah. Joon knows.
What do you shoot right now for a pistol?
Shoot an Infinity.
It's like,
Yes, sir. 38 Super Comp. Yeah. Good stuff.
By chance, did you have an MPA not too long ago?
No, I never have. I have played with them.
Okay.
And they're nice. I like them. I know Joon just got one, right? Joon?
Yeah, that's me. I just got the NBA.
I know. That's why I was asking. I was like, wait, was it him and Ken who swapped? But apparently not.
No, Ken's been shooting the Infinity for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just some local guy that I traded with.
All right, Joon, go ahead. Introduce yourself real quick.
My name is Joon. I've been shooting pistol competition for the last 6 years. Mainly optic platforms. I just switched out from carry optics to open division last year, and I've been enjoying it. The goal for me is to shoot the world shoot in the open division. Is that good enough?
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
All right. AJ, you said you had world shoot aspirations, correct?
Yeah, so far it's interesting. It's kind of a pipe dream. It's like slow. I don't know if it's ever going to even be a thing. I have a goal to be first person to win all three, so pistol, rifle, shotgun. But we're going to see how that goes. The pistol's the hard one because there's guys that
Okay.
just focus on that. But right now, rifle's the focus, so we're going to see how it goes. It's going to be fun.
All right. Well, that's a pretty tall challenge. Good luck with that.
Thanks, man.
And I mean that sincerely. Good luck. That's
yeah,
definitely-
for sure.
Any aspirations, Ken?
I'm kind of in the same boat as June. I'd like to go to the World Shoot in South Africa, I think is the next one. So we have IPSC Nats coming up in April, May?
Mhm.
April.
Yeah.
And then we'll have another nationals this year. So yeah, just gotta start training for those and hopefully make it to that. I don't necessarily expect to, win or anything, but just to be there would be a cool experience, I think.
Now, were you just in Florida for the Extreme Open?
We were in Florida for an Eric Graffel class, but we were not at the match. No.
Oh, so you got to go.
I did, yeah. It was an amazing learning experience.
That's a cool one to
Learned a
get
lot from
into. He's only here a little bit every time, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
What
Opportunity
shooting
of a lifetime.
range was it at?
It was at Guncraft, JJ's home range.
Oh,
Cool little spot. Yeah.
nice.
Tampa's nice. Tampa's a lot of fun. Good food.
Now, just real quick, I actually interviewed some guys Monday night. That episode's coming out Friday, and one of those guys was in Eric's class a year ago. So he told me a little bit about it, but what was your favorite thing about it?
Two things. His how he teaches you swingers is big, and then probably more importantly is the hit factor math and just how many Charlies you can take given a certain hit factor. I think that's going to be the biggest game changer, and really having to change your mindset on how controlled you need to be for something like a 6 hit factor stage versus a 7 versus an 8. Yeah, it's going to take a lot to make the adjustment, but I think it'll be good.
Well, and the thing that when we were talking, I was like, he beat Sal Luna by 225 points. That's
About 9%, I think.
crazy. That guy
he
is
was-
just, and we were talking about his mathematical formula that he uses. And the guy was even saying that, Eric, even if you're a B class shooter and he knows what you shot and he knows where you should be, he can calculate what his hit factor should be. It's like, that's like alien kind of stuff.
Just based on the fact that, okay, this person's a B class and I know I'm X amount faster
Yep.
than, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
He does exactly what
Yeah.
he needs to do
Yeah.
to win. So he was 95% at high overall shooting production. Like, so 95% of I think Mike Huang, who was shooting open, and Mike's a monster for anyone that knows. And he shot 95% shooting production. And Jim Krantz was saying he could have won the match if he chose to, but he wanted to prove a point on placing exactly where he predicted he would in order to win his division. Yeah, it's crazy.
That guy is like, that's why he is the GOAT. It literally is why he is the GOAT. There's nobody better. That's amazing. The consistency. Wow. All right. Now let's get into the topic we came here for. So PrairieFire had invited me to come out and do some coverage. So I was there Sunday when they had their Pro-Am style competition with KC. Phil Strader was there. I'm trying to think who Daniel Horner was the third one. And then they had 2 UFC fighters, Hoyce Gracie, Josh Koscheck, and then they had Adam LaRoche. So I know what they did on Sunday, which was a little bit different than what was in the write-up on the internet. So when you guys got there, walk me through who was it? Which two? I know Joon was one. Who's the other one who shot with Joon on Monday?
That was me.
It was AJ.
Okay. So you guys kind of went into it a little blind, I guess, not really knowing exactly what was going to happen. So walk us through what happened when you rolled through the gate there at PrairieFire.
It started with me being like 10, 15 minutes late, and them holding the match up for me apparently while I floored it through the mud and got
Oh
told to slow
Lord.
down by multiple people. But other than that, we got there, and it was interesting because they didn't give us context at the start. Like we were all just kind of walking around checking stuff out, didn't know what was going to happen, but it was interesting. So there were 4 flights, and you chunks of people got eliminated each flight, and different kinds of
Oh.
challenges each flight. So it was cool.
All right. So what was the first flight?
Static steel.
Yeah. So it
Was
was
it
like it was like 4 different bays and different arrays. They had us shooting assorted combination of staccatos, SIGs, and Glocks, all with or without red dots. It kind of was on a whim. It didn't look like it was specifically planned one or the other. And then 4 arrays of like random steals, and we each had a color. We were almost, it almost looked like a shoot off style thing in each bay, but we were
okay?
shooting together cumulatively. So he would shoot the blue that was kind of intermixed with the red, and then I would shoot the red, and then they'd add that time together, and that was our time. And then we'd all do that. There were 4 different setups, and we did that for the first round of stuff, and then they eliminated like the bottom 30%, I think, or something.
Yeah, they're supposed to eliminate half each stage, but there wasn't a lot of people, so they just did it arbitrarily.
Yeah, the weather on Monday wasn't necessarily the best.
It was pretty cold.
Yeah, and wet, and so yeah, that
Yep.
didn't help matters much at all. All right, so what if that was your first flight? What was this? Was 2, 3, and 4 combined together with running?
Some movement, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, so what was flight number 2 then?
Do you want to take that one? Or?
I'll take the other 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So two was interesting because it was the most complicated for sure. So there were 2 separate things. We each had to pick which one we were doing, and it was kind of a teamwork thing where one person was shooting, the other would be kind of yelling out. There were like probably the first one there were 2 different bays to combine into the second flight, and then the first bay probably had 20 doorways or windows that you had to shoot through, and the second one probably had like probably 10 or 15. And
Mhm.
there were whiteboards above each saying what exactly you had to hit in what order. And when I was shooting, one of them was like complete mess of steals and a bunch of different colors, um super random with numbers, and he was telling me exactly which ones I had to hit in which order, and every window had a completely different thing. So I was like covering the whole bay's width every time I was shooting, and they gave you a limited amount of ammo. And he actually had to hand me the ammo, which was interesting, but it was fine. And then the second time when I was saying stuff for him, it was like 7 chunks of like 4 steals or something, and he had to shoot like the red one from the first one, blue one from the second one, red one from the second one, and they were all auto resetting. So sometimes you had to get one out of the way to shoot the other, and then you also had a really limited amount of ammo, so you had to get your hits and make them count on that
Yeah.
one.
Okay, so so that is Pistol Facade and Soul Crusher. The second one is Soul Crusher that
Mhm.
you were just talking about, Anthony. So who shot the first wall?
That was me on the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Joon shot the one where you had to shoot different steel and different arrays, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, they had I think about 9 ports from left to right. Just whatever's written on the whiteboard on top of the port. That is that the
Right.
stage?
Yeah,
I think it is. It looks funny from the back, but I
I'm gonna
think it is.
crop it a little bit so that we
Okay.
can really kind of look at it. There we go.
I think it
How
looks funny
about
because they
that?
just don't have the colors because they're not on the other side.
Oh, nice.
Right. You're looking at it from the impact side. This is from my drone.
Nice.
If you scroll up a little, I think you'll be able to see the steel too. I don't think you can see the steel right now.
No, it's down at the bottom edge of the picture.
Right.
I'll just go. Why won't it? There we go. I'll scroll out a little bit so you can see it. There we go. Now you can see the steel down there at the bottom.
Oh.
Now, how when you guys shot this, what were you able to? I don't know. Did they give you enough ammo that you were able to finish both of them?
Mm-hmm. They technically gave us like I think 10. Like I think June stage she only had like 8 extra shots, and I might have had 10. It wasn't much though. Like you had to really go one for one if you were going to make it count. And some of the on June stage you actually had to engage
Shoot
some
through.
stuff before others. Yeah, just to get at the other plate that you needed to hit.
So realistically, for the second bay, we only had about 5 extra shots, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like there was one person who actually finished it, but he took a very long time, and he actually works for PrairieFire. He was one of the guys that built the stages.
Okay. Yeah, Lanny Barnes was telling me about it, and I guess the way it was initially or originally designed, because they're not the originators, PrairieFire, it came from somewhere else. But apparently it's supposed to be one of those things where if you miss a shot, your partner has to go back to the beginning and start that one all over again.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So,
but
they wanted to do it. Yeah, exactly. And it would take forever. So they're just like, well, we'll just give them a set number of ammunition and it'll be time and you don't have to go back and start again.
I see.
All right. So from here, then, I'm going to assume that you guys went to the plate rack.
What was the?
You mean stage 3?
Yeah, stage 3.
Yeah, that's the stage with all 3 guns as platforms. So
yeah, where you go from the plate rack to the rifle to the shotgun.
Yeah, we start with a pistol on the plate rack or steel, array of steel, both sides. So we're shooting together. We unload. We run to the next position. That's about 150 yards, where there's a rifle, 308 bolt action. One person shoots. One person is a spotter. They had at 200 yards there was a 1-inch MOA steel, 2-inch MOA steel, and 4-inch MOA steel. You get to choose which one you engage. 1-inch MOA steel was worth 90 seconds of like time deduction. 2-inch was 45 seconds, and then I think 4-inch it didn't have any bonus deduction. So we hit one of the steel. AJ went for the 1 MOA steel, like a champ, and then we ran to the third position to the shotgun or skeet bay, 150 yards away, and they were there was clays from both sides, 12 clays, 6 shots per person were like simultaneously shooting at the clays.
So what strategy did you guys use for the clays?
Miss all of them. I don't think. I think we got one, and it was June, who's not even the shotgun shooter.
That was you. I got none.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got one out of 6, and he got 0. So.
There's no strategy. You just step in, and we just take turns to shoot the clays.
Well, did they?
So they had
add?
It was a bonus of 10 or 5 seconds, I think, per clay.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, and they started throwing as soon as you stepped into the stands. So you could stand there and like catch your breath because you really needed to. Like, God, thinking about those sprints, I want to vomit again. That was brutal. Everyone just got gassed out like halfway to the second position, like it was, or the third position. It was hard.
Yeah.
But once you stepped on, you had to load the shotgun, or it started loaded, and they were over unders. So I would shoot 2, then it would be launching for Joon, and then I'd have to be reloading in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So it was just alternating. There wasn't a super big strategy as far as it was just whoever went first. But yeah, our strategy was to only hit one of them.
Did that time count towards your overall time?
I think the time stopped when we got onto the stand, if I remember right. Do you remember?
Yeah, so the RO stops the time when we step on the
Okay.
platform to shoot the clays. So from that point on, it's just bonus. If we hit the clay, we reduce our overall time. If we don't, then it just there's no bonus.
Well, I wasn't sure what their plan was because initially what they were going to do was that was all going to be part of your time. Like even shooting the clays was going to be part of your time. But the reason I asked about the strategy was if you just wanted to shoot all 6 as fast as you could into the dirt base, not right in front of you, but into the impact area to just stop the time, that was going to be allowed.
Right.
But
it was probably a competitive equity thing because I think they had a guy
probably
manually
was.
pushing the button to launch because it's not like there's an auto launch 12. It was a normal skeet stand. So,
Well, and if they're stopping the clock, then it only behooves you to at least try to hit the clay.
yeah.
So
I think they did that because operating the clay machines, there's gonna be some discrepancies between each run, in probably in seconds. So they probably wanted to keep the
yeah,
everything
keep
fair.
it like fair and equitable, like AJ was saying. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But yeah, where did I put it? I had mapped it out, the actual distance from point to point. Now I don't know where I put the picture. Oh, that's definitely not it.
Ken, while he's finding that, did you end up hitting more than I did? Either of us did at the shotgun.
Well, so I had never shot an over under shotgun or even held one
Oh,
before
okay.
this. And we didn't get any
Yeah, you didn't get
walkthrough
to
or like get
practice.
to look at the guns or handle them, or they didn't tell us anything about how to use them.
Yeah.
June had like given me a brief rundown on how an over under works, and he was telling me there's like a thumb lever to pop it open, right?
It was probably the same
So
rundown I had to give him right before we started.
so when we get to the platform and we're like completely gassed and like breathing so hard,
Dude, it was so
I
bad.
pick
Oh
up
my
I
God.
pick up the shotgun. I pick up the shotgun. I'm like looking on the left side where my thumb is. I'm like, I don't see anything to open this. I'm like freaking out. I'm like looking underneath it. I'm like, I finally find it up top. And by the time I get it open, I get the 2 shells and I slam it shut. I already see 2 clays flying in the
Oh
air.
God.
I'm just like, oh no. So I just shoulder it as quickly as I can and just rip 2 shots off. And thankfully, I don't know how,
Because
but it
I think
actually
you got
hit.
a penalty if you didn't engage them.
If you didn't get your
Yeah.
shots off in time,
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
so I
So
figured
you
out how
could
to
be
use an over under.
penalized.
You could, yes. So I figured out how to use an
Wow.
over under shotgun in 6 seconds,
Sick.
and it worked out. It worked out okay. I got lucky. It was a lucky day. Yes.
All right. So when you guys and Ken, I'm just going to include all of you guys in this at the same time, so we can all just talk about it. When you guys did any of you see the video I posted of KC having the malfunction at the plate rack?
Oh
Oh.
yeah. The
Yeah,
magazine
what
didn't
happened?
come out, and the magazine
Well,
broke.
the
Right?
whole magazine. So what it looked like was the base pad came off, the spring came out, all the ammo came out and fell on the table. But the frame of the magazine stayed up in the magwell. He had to reach up in there and pull that piece out.
So that should have been a reshoot.
Well, in real life, yeah.
Oh, I'm watching the video now. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, I zoomed in specifically so you
Why
can
didn't they
see
stop
everything
him? Oh my God.
fall on the table. That team still won
Yeah,
with KC. They
good for
still
him.
won. Yeah. But so when you guys were at, I'm sure nobody had that problem again at the plate wreck, but what
No, but June had a little malfunction
Yeah,
with his gun on the canyon run, or like
yeah,
not with the gun, but you can explain it, June.
yeah. Stage four. All the guns are on a post, with the rod
Yep.
sticking out.
It's like a safe
Yep.
stand kind
Yeah,
of setup.
and I think one of the guns had so that the rod is metal, but it's jacketed with a rubbery material to keep the bore from getting scratched. That rubber
Okay.
came off with the gun, so I had to pull that rubber out and uh, do what I had to do. So that should have been a reshoot too, but
That's kind of
um,
sketchy.
yeah, because then I would have to touch the muzzle to
Right.
pull it out. Yeah,
Just shoot it down range. Don't worry.
I guess it's not loaded at that point, so it's unless you loaded it before you
sure.
realized. But yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right. So how much of a look? I saw people. I followed. I still have more video to put out, but I followed those pro am teams that I mentioned earlier with my drone, and it's funny because they would take off fast, and then you could see them slowing down the further they got. Getting closer to the next stage.
Yeah.
How long of a break did you guys have between stage 3 with the 3 different shooting positions and the Gunslinger Canyon
Oh, we
stage?
had plenty of time
yeah.
to rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
We luckily didn't have to go first too. I think we were second out of 3. Did they make you guys go first or?
I think we were third, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
So we had a good amount of rest time too.
Crop that a little bit more and pull it down. Now, making it bigger for the people watching. So the Gunslinger Canyon is from the air, it looks small. It's just this little area right here, but on the ground, it's not that small. It's still some decent running. Now, when you guys were doing this, um, so Ken and AJ, who went first down the stairs? I'm sorry, AJ and June, who went first?
I went first, so that was red color. It was alternating color, red and blue. So I
Yep.
took red and AJ took blue. So I went first. I think I posted a video, first person view video of that stage. And then I think
Oh,
the second round with Ken, I went I went with blue color, and Ken went red, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
so no oopsies going down the first flight of stairs.
Oh, we're still young.
Dude, I took the second flight way too fast in that video. If you watch, like I jumped and I like figured out where my feet were landing after I jumped. Like it was not safe.
Oh, wow.
Send it.
Yeah, I did.
Interesting. All right, so
To be clear, that's
what
not
did you
their
guys
fault. That was my fault if it was unsafe.
now
Yeah.
what did you guys think of Gunslinger Canyon?
Oh, so cool.
That
fun.
was a favorite stage for me of all
Yeah,
the stages.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's most like an actual like shooting. It was almost more like a shooting course like we're used to, but it was
It's
cool.
almost more like a 3-gun course.
Hmm.
Yeah. Also,
So you all
there's no 180 degree. It's more like 360 or
Kind of
270.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's like
that
at least
kind of
180.
freedom, yeah, you don't get to enjoy anywhere else in the country.
Okay, yeah, I see your video, June.
Well,
Okay. Now, I assume you felt the same way that Gunslinger Canyon was the funnest?
I don't know, 3 or 4. Both were a lot of fun. 3 was probably more challenging in terms of cardio and just
Yeah.
being completely unfamiliar with the rifle and the shotgun. But 4 was really cool to be able to do something where you're running and then shooting, running and then shooting. It's just a lot more running than what we do in USPSA, but a lot of fun for that reason.
All right, so going back to the rifle. So apparently Joon made Ken shoot the rifle. And
Right.
AJ.
Oh,
We were going
So-
back and forth. Jim was like, "When was the last time you shot a rifle?" I was like, "A year ago." And he's like, "Oh yeah, me too. Like a year ago, 2 years ago." We're like, "Oh shit."
that's so funny.
So neither of us felt comfortable or completely confident with it. But we're both like, we feel semi-confident, but not 100%. And
It's not bad.
then we were
It's
debating
fine.
like 1 inch versus 2 inch, like we weren't, or the
Yeah.
1 MOA versus the 2 MOA. We kept going back and forth, but we ended up going for the 1 MOA as well, and
Yeah.
thankfully got it on the first shot as well.
Yeah.
Probably not as quick as AJ, but it worked out okay.
So it must have been zeroed then for 200 yards.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Okay.
So for ours, they told us it may be, it may not be, and you have to adjust.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was
So,
slightly different. Slightly
What the
different
hell?
in that, yeah, that's what they told us, that it's not actually like, yeah, they said it's not exactly zeroed at 200 yards, and
wonder if
the
they said that
magazine
'cause-
was loaded too.
Oh,
So
that's weird.
all we
Yeah,
had
I
to
had
do
to
was
put all
jump
the
in and
bullets in when I got there, and I was like fumbling with all the after sprinting. I wonder if they just said that to have an excuse for if someone complained because the gun wasn't zeroed because everyone been shooting it the whole time.
And they missed.
Why? Yeah.
Okay.
but it was zeroed. Ken
Yeah.
got it in one shot. So
well, so the
Yeah.
target was an upside down T shape. So if you aim right at the center of the T, you do have a little bit of leeway with both windage and elevation, as long as they're not both off.
Yeah.
So if one of them was maybe a little off,
Right.
then you would still get it. And I think our hit landed just a little to the right, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So maybe the windage was a little off, or it could have been me, but maybe that was just a little off, but the elevation was set right. So who knows?
Well, now you have to remember, rifle, unless you have a match rifle using match ammo, you can only expect your impact to be somewhere within, a minute of an angle. So it's not going to be pinpoint like you would expect your gun to shoot in a USPSA match. So it may not have been you, Ken. That may have just been the combination of the gun and the ammo.
Yeah, maybe, possibly.
Because that's what we're going with. It was the gun and the ammo.
Yeah, we'll blame it.
Yep. Hey, you hit it. That's all that matters.
All right. So now was it an LP? Did they have a low power variable
It
optic on
wasn't
the
an
rifle?
LPVO. I think it was probably like a 2 to 20 or 2 to 15 or something, or 3 to 15.
Okay. So plenty of magnification to put it where you
Yeah.
wanted. And okay. And both of you got it in one shot.
Luckily, yes.
Yep.
Now, what are the ramifications if you miss?
You get 4 shots.
Yeah.
5
Did they
rounds,
only
right?
give you 4 or 5? I thought we got 5, but
4 rounds. And if you don't get it, I think it's just you don't get that extra.
well, no, it was a
time off.
penalty because you could. I remember them talking about you had to hit one to move on, and if you didn't, it was like actually a penalty of 45 seconds or something. Because that was where it was like a negative to go for because there wouldn't have been a reason to have the other one worth nothing then. So
I'm gonna have to get one of those guys on and go over the whole thing, because if you miss the 1 MOA and then you shoot at the 2 MOA, do you still get a bonus? Or
Yeah,
you
you have to call the target before you engage. So you can't just shoot multiple targets. You have to assign one and just go with that.
oh, so you'd have to shoot all of them at that 1 MOA target.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm tracking. And that's where if you don't hit it, then you get penalized.
Right.
Move on, but you get penalized. Okay, now I'm tracking. All right,
But
so
for
you guys,
your day, AJ, on your day, you guys weren't allowed to switch targets, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, you guys were allowed to technically.
Yeah, we just had to call it, I think. But
Oh, weird.
Our plan
Okay.
was to send 3 at the 1 MOA, and then if we couldn't make it, then switch over to the 2.
Yeah, no, that's totally what I was gonna do
Yeah.
before they told us we had to be on the 1. But I guess they did it differently. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, they changed up a couple of small things for each stage, I think.
Different day, different match.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Funny. Did
I
they
mean,
both?
you're only competing against those people that day, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yep.
I know they said they were going to
No.
post the scores. Did they actually end up doing that, or kind of curious?
I
they're
haven't seen
yeah,
them.
I haven't seen it either.
I reached out to them, and I don't think they have. So I think they plan on trying to use practice score in the future, but they did not for that one. So now you guys did make it to the Gunslinger Canyon 2. Everybody liked it. Did both the teams? I don't remember what color shot at the bottom of the hill at the end. So who was the one who shot at the white target at the end?
Blue.
It's the blue. Yeah.
I did for
Okay.
our team, and then I don't know who did for theirs.
So did you hit it the first time, or did you have to pass the gun off to Joon?
I hit it on the first shot, luckily. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm the only one, to be fair, out of the three of them that has any irons experience, I think, because I shot tack and 3-gun.
Oh, so that was an iron sighted gun. Okay.
Mhm. Yep.
So
Yeah, I made it
Joon and
significantly
Ken,
harder.
For
did you guys hit it?
Thursday, for Thursday, no, because so the the guns that they put for whichever array, they just randomize it. So for different days it was different. For Thursday, they put the iron sight. Yeah, it was that one.
There was a Glock, and I got it on the first day, or not the first day, but Monday. Luckily, it was on one of the close steel bays, but the iron sight was all effed up. So the front sight, it was like split in half, and the half of it was like this. So you
Oh,
didn't
wow.
have. I like missed a bunch of shots even on the close stuff. So, and I remember him texting me like, "Dude, they gave us the messed up one."
Yeah, that's what we had for the stop plate. I couldn't get it the first try, and we're just going back and forth with Ken, and Ken eventually got it. So I think that at the stop plate we wasted like 60 seconds doing that, or 50 or 60 seconds.
I think it's 45. I think it's 45.
45, yeah.
But it took us 6 rounds, 6 shots.
We're not that bad. We're not that bad.
Okay. Well, I mean, that hill was no joke, though.
Yeah.
What was
Too.
it, like 40 yards, 30 yards, probably?
Yeah, we
target?
had to go up past it and then come back to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like an
I
uphill
posted
climb, and your heart's going quite a bit
Yeah.
at the top. And the first shot,
Yeah.
even after June took his first shot and I took the second shot, I couldn't hold the gun steady. I saw sights going like this. And
I think June was laughing at me because I think I took like 10 seconds to shoot my first shot, but I hit it. So I was just like, I was just holding it there for so long.
Well,
So
you got
that was a
nailed down.
legit challenge.
That's pretty smart.
Mhm.
Now, okay, so let's say you had your an iron sighted gun where the sights were, there weren't any issues with it. Do you think the sights made any? How much of a difference do you think the sights made on that second day, June?
Big difference, because I really couldn't tell where it was hitting with the messed up front sight. I think for day or Monday when AJ was doing it, he was shooting the SIG with the tritium sight, I believe,
Mhm.
which wasn't was totally normal. With the Glock, I didn't know where I should have aimed.
It didn't help.
And
That
I
was a
think,
block trigger.
yeah,
Too.
I think I was making the same, like I was basically aiming at the same spot, and I was missing every time. And at the moment, I couldn't really make that adjustment.
So, Ken, when he was missing, were you able to see the impact at all?
No, not really. It's pretty far. And there's
Okay.
two other steel targets right next to it.
It was like wet
So actually,
Right.
I hit one of
because
the.
it was just not even splashing. It was just like going straight into the sand.
Yeah, you're also looking down, so it's hard to tell where it is relative to the target in terms of elevation. Just because it's below it, it might look like it's above it, because you're pretty high up.
Right. And I don't think I have just a picture of it either. I can try to bring my. Where is it at? Oh, here we go. Let me.
Oh yeah, that's
Let me
Joon's video.
stop that. This is actually one that I did when I walked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I walked it before the competition even happened on Sunday. I walked it on Saturday. So I'll make it bigger so you guys can see. There we go. So this right here would be position 1 when you come down. So that's where I was making it. So obviously you guys didn't have any issues. Well, actually, AJ, were those a set of stairs you said you almost had an issue
Yeah,
with?
those stairs you just went down. I didn't have any issues, but I could have. I was kind of reckless with it.
Trying to make up or try to go
Mhm.
fast.
Yep. I'm a
And you can
three-gunner,
see
so
how
I
they're
typically try to go too
blue,
fast.
then red, and then the blue comes up. Now, with here though, I went to the left and took the picture, but you guys actually had to go up here, did you not, to the pole
Mhm.
Yeah.
and shoot from the right side of the pole, right?
Yeah.
June took it from the left of the pole.
Yeah.
Oh, just through the
Oh, you
bushes?
went to the left?
Yeah. The
Mm.
targets
Yeah, I
are
went.
still visible.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I stayed on the road when I did on the road, the dirt road. And I think I can't. That's one thing about Instagram. I can't back it up. But anyway, I was going to show where that one piece of steel was just like a 4-inch piece of steel next to the head box.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
one of those like
Cool.
hostage flipper. It flips back and forth.
And so you guys had AJ, you had no issue with these.
No, well, I think that was Joon that did those ones. Because
Oh,
position is the last.
oh, you
Oh
were
no,
red.
I did do that one. Yeah, those were fine.
Right now here,
before.
this is what I'm talking about. That's those stairs going up to the last position. So you come here. This would have been June then.
Yeah.
And now, Ken, this would have been you on Thursday, right? You shot these?
Yes. Yeah, those
Okay.
are, I want to say 15, 20 yards, maybe 25.
Yeah, 20,
Sometimes.
25, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
at least
probably.
20. But this is that white plate is the plate you're aiming for from on top of the hill up there.
I think they changed it to a plate for us.
It was a circle for us. It was an
Yeah.
8-inch circle, or not even.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
It was a 6-inch
Yeah.
circle. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So not like a sea stone or a sea.
No, I remember
Okay.
it being smaller than the red targets by a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. They definitely made some changes. And then now in the video I posted of KC running this, he jumps up like right here and almost falls. You can
he
see
tried
a
to cut the
whole
corner.
bunch of yeah, he tried to cut the corner and a whole lot of dirt come flying out behind him like he almost fell. So here is the final. Whoop. Let me come on. Well, shoot. Now I can't get back.
Play button's blocking you.
Yeah. So all right, let me I'll have to. But that's the angle looking down, which was I don't know what that's probably a good 30-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you guys call that? Like 60
Probably
yards or so?
40, 45, 50 maybe, if I had to guess. But
Okay.
Yeah. 50 yards.
Let's see.
it was funny because I kept asking them, "Do you know where inch the gun was sighted in?" And they were just like, "I don't know, shoot it." I was trying to figure out if I had to hold anything, and they were like, "What are you talking about?"
Wow. Let me. Here we go. Oh, where's this gonna? I don't know where this is gonna pop up at. All right, now let me add this and I will trim it down. This is KC and Adam LaRoche on the from above. So this is with the drone. But what I'm going to do. So Adam LaRoche is shooting the plates right at the bottom of the hill. And then as soon as he gets that thing on there, Casey takes off. Now watch when he goes to get up here.
Oh, yeah.
Now watch. He takes a shot. And he's like, dang it. He has to hand it to Adam.
Right.
Adam takes a shot. Dang it. Go ahead, Casey. So Casey had to do 2 shots but they got it. So
Do you know what pistol they had, or I'm curious if they had a daughter?
I have
right, or
no idea, to be honest with you. So what are the chances of you guys doing another one of those competitions if it comes around?
I'm ready.
Oh, for
I'll
sure.
go.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So, Ken, you too?
Oh, absolutely. Joon and I both did the one in Austin last year too, and that one was
Yeah.
pretty spectacular too. The shoot off there was crazy, and the money payouts. I think Tim
Yeah.
Yackley that won?
Yeah.
Won like $50,000.
Mhm.
T, my girlfriend, won 5,000 for I think second place. for winners.
Nice.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
good payout.
I hope she
great
took you
payout.
to dinner.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that.
Still had to pay.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. How did all
Fire match. Not only that, the prize was good, but they had free food. Like they're serving like really good some like Texas barbecue, and I was very very impressed
That's
with
cool.
Are
that
you
too.
trying to say
Yeah.
it wasn't like a USPSA awards banquet?
No, that's
that
not
what you're
I'm
saying,
trying to say.
Did they run out of food? That's the question.
They did not.
What, PrairieFire? No, they have
Yeah. I know they didn't. Everything I've had at PrairieFire has been good, so I've got no
I agree.
complaints there.
Do they
They
order
know
it,
how
or
to put
do they
on
have
an
like a
event
kitchen
for
on
sure.
site? They might even have a whole thing on site.
Well, they every day they have like a it's not a food truck. It's like a permanent when you first come in and
Mhm.
you've got the main parking area on the left when you first drive in.
Right.
Right before you get to that main building, right there on the right, there's like a white building. And every day that's what they call I forget the name of the cafe.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's a
Yeah.
little
So they do have food on site.
I think I had the greatest breakfast burrito of my life out of that cafe. It
I'm gonna have to
was
try that next time. I'm
amazing.
glad I didn't.
I did that on Saturday and it was friggin' yummy. So now did you guys get a chance to see the rest of the property?
Not really. We're there for just the match, and I left that right afterward.
It was pretty. Yeah. What time was it? We got done at like
Yeah, it was. We got
5,
done at
maybe.
no, it was more like 2:40, like 3
Okay.
p.m. But we wanted to check out Shot Show, so yeah, we
Yeah.
bounced after the match.
I think I had a dinner.
What about
at, like,
you,
a
Ken?
to get it going.
It was about the same for us. Finished around
Okay.
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
We got to drive past some of the other canyon stuff, which is kind of cool, but we didn't get to really thoroughly check it out. The range is crazy. It's just like the scale of it is insane. They went all
Yeah.
out.
And I didn't check stuff out when I was there then, but I shot the recent PCSL match that they hosted there during early December, and saw pretty much. I didn't see all of the facility, but I saw all the bays and like all of the all-terrain stuff they have, like on the edges of the bays. So it was super cool. It's crazy.
So you liked it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's fantastic. It's super well like kept too. You can tell it's like they care about how clean everything is and how well taken care of the walls and stuff are, and like it's cool.
They've made a lot of improvements because I was there in September when they did their soft opening when it because they bought it from Front Sight and like the surface is crushed granite, but that's new. Like they just did that in September when they took over. So it's a pretty amazing place. Yeah, have you considered going out there, AJ, to do rifle stuff?
If they had a match, I for sure would. I think my only thing is it's a 5-hour drive for me, and I'm in Arizona, so yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. I'm not a local, so I was coming to SHOT Show for
Oh.
other reasons. So Joon hit me up, and then
Yep.
ended up shooting the match. So I would totally shoot there super often if I could. Like it's really cool.
So, Ken, do you live in Vegas or do you live 5 hours away somewhere else?
I'm even further. I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas.
What?
So I was just there for SHOT Show as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all there for
You
the
got
shot.
lucky, June.
Yeah, no, real lucky because I wasn't even gonna be there in time. I was planning on flying in at like 11 o'clock originally, and then T, my girlfriend, she texted me and she's like, "June's been looking for you, saying like asking where you are, and he's saying there's a match, PrairieFire or something." And
Yeah.
I
It's
got
my
in
fault I
contact
didn't
with
hit you up
June.
earlier because I had to ditch him on the last day because I had people I wanted to talk to on Thursday.
And
But
you're
it's
good,
all
you're
good.
good.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It
so
all
I
worked
changed my
out.
flight.
It did.
Last minute, and as soon as I landed, June was there to pick me up, and we drove straight to the range, and we got there just in
Oh
time to
man, you
really
guys
hit
were
it.
like closer than I was.
Wow.
It worked
Jeez.
out perfectly. Yeah.
So, wow. Okay. Now, June, did you win? Well, all three of you, but I mean, the two of you, it wouldn't matter. Did you win a membership?
No, just the first place
Just the
prize.
Staccato?
I think the membership
Okay.
was second place. Yeah.
Yeah, second place was a membership, like 3-year membership. But
Okay.
we finished first place.
When I had read it initially, I thought they were the way I read it and interpreted it. I was thinking that they were giving away a Staccato and a membership if you
Oh,
were the winner.
right.
But okay, they gave the winner or they gave the second place guys the 3-year membership.
Yeah, that's a little difficult because a lot of participants were from out of state.
I think pretty
So
much
even
everyone
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
yeah, even the second place on Monday, there were cops from like way out, like Midwest. So they didn't even. It was useless for them, the membership.
Okay. You see yourself going out there and shooting at all, June?
So I live where there's a range 15 minutes away, and that's where I train mostly.
Is that south
Uh,
or is that a different
I
one?
do, I do. It's called the Sportsman.
Okay.
I do like the Prairie Fire range. It's pretty much the top notch and the biggest range in the country. It's just the distance thing is a bit of a challenge because from where I
Right.
am, from Vegas, it's still about 50 minutes or maybe 45 minutes if I sped up. But yeah, that's still a little bit far. But yeah, I would definitely go there to shoot matches and train if I get a chance. Definitely matches because I think they're starting to host a lot of club matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ken, I don't see you flying in from Texas just to go there and do a little shooting.
I
I'll go
think
for
that
matches. I would
yeah,
totally
I
go
think
there for matches.
the goal is for them to host big matches like nationals. So hopefully they're gonna host a bunch of nationals. Then I'll be there all the time.
For sure.
That
I
would
mean,
be a
even if
sick
they
Well,
had a
match.
good
Yeah.
3-gun match, like was like a smaller, like a medium-sized local one, I'd consider driving the 5 hours just to go to that. Like,
Yeah.
now, so let me get your opinions on this because I've been saying now for the last couple of years, I think it would be neat if somebody like USPSA held their nationals in conjunction with SHOT Show, where you have a 1 week all division
Yep.
national championship. The next week would be SHOT Show. So the people that are your professional shooters are already there. Everybody in the industry is going to be there. You know what I mean? and they typically get there the week before anyway. So NSSF is going to be there. Could you drum up more support from them? Maybe some more support from NRA. Maybe name an organization that's 2A friendly that is there. You know what I mean? Thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dave, you told me about that a while ago, and I love that idea. Just one thing is, uh, the timing is a little bit weird because SHOT Show is in January,
I know.
and the shooting season sort of dies off toward
Yeah,
the
that's
end of
true.
the year and Christmas. So I don't know how people would feel about that.
It'd be
I mean,
pretty
for
unfair
me,
for all the North guys and the East Coast guys. Me and June
yeah,
don't. Yeah, we don't have to deal with that, but it'd be pretty unfair.
yeah. For me, it would be
Only the
perfect.
northern half of the East Coast. I'm in Virginia
Okay.
and I can still shoot. That's no big deal. It's once you get like Pennsylvania and further north that might be a little.
Where there's a will, there's a way. So if you're serious enough, I don't think
Yeah.
the weather will stop you. So yeah, I mean, it sounds great. I would love to shoot nationals during SHOT Show week. It would be a great time.
Imagine the production value, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be so exhausting though. Oh my gosh. Shooting 3 or 4 days and then immediately I felt like I needed a week off of work after SHOT Show just because I was walking so much. Like,
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah. 13 miles of aisles.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys hear how many
Wow.
people were at SHOT Show this year?
It was about 60,000 almost, right? I think.
Yeah, it was 55-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
A
was
lot
my
of
first
people.
year too, so it was bonkers for me. Like I was so
Same.
lost the whole time.
Yeah.
So
This
lost.
year was
Same.
pretty good, I think. It was well organized, and I think a lot of new products came out too.
Yeah, but that Monday, I mean, I'm sorry, I always say Monday and it's always Tuesday that's the first day.
Yeah.
That's always the
Monday's
worst day
industry
because
day.
it's
Mhm.
yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
the range days, yeah. So, but Tuesday's always terrible because it's like I always say, it's like the population of Beijing in a city block
Yeah.
that first day. Everybody is everywhere. You can't move.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so my first day of SHOT Show was Wednesday, and it was perfect. I didn't, there was not a lot of people, or it wasn't like extra crowded where I couldn't, move around. So Wednesday was great. I think I was there Thursday, Friday, or Friday, and Friday is the least
Yes.
amount of traffic.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, people are starting to pack up. They're leaving. I was gone Thursday night, but I had already been there since the Thursday before because
yeah,
I was at Prairie Fire Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then did SHOT Show Tuesday, Wednesday. So by Wednesday, 1 o'clock, I was I was about done. So, all right. Was there anything else about the Ultimate Gunslinger Challenge that you guys think we should have talked about that we did not?
Um, I guess I have one comment.
Okay.
So Prairie Fire hosts uh, matches, maybe once or twice a year, and when they do have, you know, pretty good prizes, uh, which are huge incentives for us shooters. Um, I feel like there should be a lot more competition to that match, Prairie Fire.
I think it was fine. I don't think any more people should have signed up, and it was totally fine.
I
Don't
love
even
people
publish
being
this
honest.
podcast. Don't even publish this. Don't tell anybody.
I just cut this part out.
Okay. Keep my mouth shut. It's like a little secret
Uh,
match for us.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I know June because we've had this conversation because you asked me about Prairie Fire rank. Um, I know that's still a thing in the future. It's just on the back burner right now because they're putting so much into the facility and doing this type of stuff. So
Yeah.
I think what you're going to see is this year was the first year they did anything like this. Now word's getting out. They were having sponsors, or not sponsors, but industry folks last minute trying to get in to do that range day there Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
So that's just going to grow, because I mean, they can literally have their own bay. Like if you go to the SHOT Show range day, everybody's kind of packed in. Well, here, this place is so freaking big. You could literally have, if you used all 3 areas, you could literally have 2 or 3 bays just to yourself if you want.
I'd be really surprised if they don't do the industry day there next year. Like, it's much better than.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the range is called, what they went or they have been going, but I
Boulder
feel like
City?
that one's. Yeah, I feel like the PrairieFire one's way better suited.
I think there's
There might be contracts or something. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I agree, June. I think there will be more competition
What are you talking about?
each year. I don't know.
Oh.
No idea. Ken, was there anything else you wanted to add?
No. I think they put on a great event every year. The Austin one had a pretty good turnout, but that was also, I feel like, a much bigger event. That was like a whole thing with shows
There's a lot of
and
marketing for that
food.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we thought they were going to do the same thing this year in Nevada, but I guess it didn't turn out this year. But hopefully next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's always
Yeah. If
hope
they
for
do
next
it, I'll be there.
Yeah. I'm sure
So
if they do it again, the money will draw. Yeah.
I did
For sure.
end up getting a call from PrairieFire about the prize, and the prize was Staccato P.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm glad we got
Okay.
full size guns.
Right. Yeah.
Which one am I getting from my finder's fee, June?
Day one or
my
day 2?
agent fee.
you get Ramen Kobo next time.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it.
You owe him that.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Twice now. He's won 2, or he's gotten money twice because I've told him about stuff. It's all good. It's all good. I love it. All right. Well, guys, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. It's been a fun conversation.
Thanks for having us, Dave.
For sure. It was so much fun.
Until next time.
Don't be a little bitch.
Yeah.